So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and prep this bird. And these birds, they come with plenty of fluid in them. Let that drain off in that pit. Alright, since we're going in a fryer, we don't need this chuchuk in there. So we're going to pull that out. We're going to prep our bird with some Cajun butter. Alright, we're going to inject this so that the breast doesn't dry out too bad. We're going to get a good, smooth, even injection throughout this breast. And you see I'm pulling back as I'm coming out, getting this Cajun butter to fill in. Breast is typically the driest part of the bird, but we're going to fill him on up. Now, when we drop this bird in the oil, that skin is going to sear up, and that butter will all stay up in the bird. Oh, you know, I started doing all that. I didn't get everything out. Giblets. I saw a video this morning somebody had on YouTube. Kid was getting into the turkey. He says, I wonder if it's a boy or a girl. He pulled it out. He said, Mom, I think it's a boy. Then he started gagging. That was the funniest video I saw all morning. All right. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put me some rub on here. 12.5 pound bird, so there's lots of meat. Now the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to get my rub all over it. And since this is a barbecue rub that I use, this bird's going to come out, it's going to have a bark on it, like you'd have on a brisket or something. It's going to be real dark. And I've had people go, oh, sorry you burned your bird. I didn't burn my bird, that's a bark. Let that sit like that. Now we got to get this dude on his stand. We are going to cook him breast down. Oh yeah. Alright. We'll sit there and wait until this thing comes up to temp, and then we'll drop it. The most dangerous part of frying a turkey, and I'm going to show you how to do it safely. I'm a little bit above 350, which I like getting above the temp because once I drop that bird, it's going to cool that oil down. Typically what I do when I'm frying a bird, I do 3 minutes per pound. This is a 12.5 pound bird, which means I'm doing 38 minutes, and then I'll give it a 5-minute safety factor just to make sure that everything's cooked good. So 38 plus 5 is 43 minutes is how long we'll fry it. But the way that I'm going to do this and do this safely is I am going to stop my fire. A lot of people don't do that. If there is going to be a splash over and all, and you've got that fire going, that oil will ignite. It will catch fire. So I'm going to stop the fire before I drop the bird. The next thing you need to know about dropping a bird is you don't drop it just straight in. You slowly introduce it to the oil so that you don't get that violent explosion. All right, that is how you safely drop a bird and not set the world on fire. And then we will reignite, and away we go. All right, so what we're going to do now, shut off my burn with that gorgeous looking bird.
Looks good.
It does.
How long have you been in there?
43 minutes.
God, man. Ain't nothing like that thing, is it?
It's a little bit quicker when you baptize them in a 350-degree jacuzzi.
Normally it's two hour deal.
This would be, if you do it in an oven, this would be a 3 to 4 hour bird.
Yeah.
that looks good enough to eat.
Doesn't it though?
Of my big toe, and it creased my big toe, and I've never had a big toe nail.
Doesn't it fall off
It
over
comes and
time?
dies for 60 damn years, 70 years.
Oh my God!
You talking about hurt?
I'm sure we laughed our
Oh,
butts
y'all
off.
laughed the whole damn time. I'd ready to throw y'all's ass in the lake.
I don't remember how old we were, but we had to be about 12
Y'all-
or 14.
Y'all in your early teenish,
Yeah.
12, 13 right now. I don't remember exactly.
That
But
was,
we used to go there and fish with cane poles, fish out of the boat.
was that before we fished or after?
That was getting ready to go out.
Oh, okay.
So I take it y'all didn't
So-
fish that day.
You had to hurt the whole rest
All
of
right.
it.
Well, yeah, we fished, but I died.
Man, there's nothing like
bleeding
pain.
like hell, just hurting, aching.
There ain't nothing like pain on your
Toes
hands and feet.
No.
What was it?
'Cause
Was
if
it like
I
a
s-
metal canoe or something
It was a
too?
metal boat, old
Yeah.
John boat, just
Yeah.
them old John boats. They heavy. They used to be heavy as hell.
It was pretty heavy.
Yeah.
'Cause me and George were on one end,
Yeah.
and Uncle Bill was on the other. And I guess we just dropped it. I don't remember.
No,
That's
he
somebody
would
Jeff called that one.
he would do things and he'd sneak and do.
Never mind.
I remember
never mind,
Jeff
not
got a Herman the Monster doll one time, and he was scared to death of it 'cause he wasn't very old. And we chased him around that house with that Herman the Monster, screaming bloody murder.
Jeff. Doofus.
But you know, when Dad and Mom would go to the NCO club, we were, man, we needed some.
Y'all need a
We
guy.
needed a chaperone
You damn.
other than our sister. And she did the best she could. And she kept us in line pretty good. But we knew when Mom and Dad got home, we were in trouble.
Getting that ass
Every
tore up.
time. Every time. Yeah, I'd pick on Kenny. Once Kenny had enough of it, and he got to a certain point, I ran from him.
That's what Uncle Jeff
Kenny
would tell
Kenny
me.
was real cool. Bro.
He was.
He
He
never
was.
showed a lot of
Uncle
emotion.
He
Jeff
did-
said
he
he was the
did.
same in school.
Nothing bothered Kenny unless you just kept on and kept
No.
on. And then when he got to that point, I run from him.
There was no calling him down.
No,
That's,
no,
yeah,
he was
that's
like
how
a
I am. That's
wild man
Yeah, Uncle
until
Jeff.
he got calmed down.